So people are coming to see you, right? This is where I get a lot of questions. Yeah, you feel great, la da 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 da. What are three things that you guys are doing that you can tell someone if they're watching this video right now?
Mhm.
Three things. You've got this great energy, you're understanding money, all this stuff. That's great. But people are sitting in and they're absolutely struggling out there. You know, they've got a lot of crap out. What's three things they can do from each of you that you're doing that can help people, and then they can contact you and go, listen, I did the three things. It's making me feel better. How can you? What else are you doing to get
Great
yourself to
question.
this position? So what are the three things? We'll go with Cortez first.
I'll let Lady go first.
No problem. Diana,
Put us
you're
on
up.
the spot, man. Put us on the spot.
What are three things you're doing? And don't think about it. Remember, don't think too much.
I've
There's
got my
one.
three things already, but I'm gonna let ladies go first.
Go for it. All right. Go. Diana, Sarah, which one? Tell us three things you're doing that are helping you in your new conscious awareness that people will say, I like what you're doing. I need it, and I think we can. You've helped me. How can you help me more?
For me, you guys hear me preach about this all the time. Regulate your nervous system, man. Like if you, that is the number one thing. Because if your nervous system cannot hold what it is that you're trying to call in, you're never gonna get there. You're just gonna keep spinning in circles. So, in order to regulate your nervous system, one of my favorite go-to things is breath work. There's a great, very simple breath where you fill up your belly, take a small pause, then you fill up your chest. So it's like a double inhale. And then you hold it and you let out a sigh of relief on the exhale. Make a noise, grunt, do what you got to do, but let that air come out of you with the sound. Breathe like that anytime that you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, stressed, panic attack coming in, when you're feeling the fear sink in, when you're feeling freeze start to activate and you feel like you just want to stop or retreat or back away, stay where you are. Make sure your feet or your butt is grounded directly on the ground. Do your double inhale. Hold it. And exhale with a big noise or a sigh. And do that 3 to 5 times. You will notice a calm wash over your body unlike anything else you've ever felt. So that right there is my number one, nervous system regulation through breath work. The other one is somatics, looking at the charge that shows up in your body when you're feeling triggered, when you're feeling frustrated, anxious, annoyed, all those things I just mentioned. See what part of your body is activated. Do you have butterflies in your stomach? Is your chest tightening? Is your throat closing up? Do you have sweaty palms? Are you starting to notice your breath changing or your heart rate changing? Notice how your body is responding to these charges and let yourself sit with that charge for as long as you can without trying to change it, without judging it or shoving it down. Just sit with it and let it be there. The longer you can sit with it, the more likely it will to just dissipate because it actually feels seen, it feels felt, it feels noticed. And these are charges that your body has held on to, like what Louise Hay says, your body keeps score. These charges are your body keeping score. So if you can sit with that and just let it be until the charge starts to dissipate, or shake it out of your body, or stomp your feet, or wiggle, or move your hands, headbang, whatever it is you need to do to let that charge move through your body, do that. And the last thing is gratitude. It might be hard when the world feels like it's falling apart to find things that you're grateful for, but if you can force yourself to find 5 things a day that you're grateful for, even if it's as simple as I got to eat a really delicious meal today, I enjoyed 10 minutes of sun today, I got out of bed instead of lazing around and wasting my day. Whatever it is, it can be small, it can be big, write it down. the universe wants to know that you're seeing the good things that are out there. And the more you see, the more you focus on, the more you pay attention to, the more that stuff will come back to you, because your subconscious mind is looking for things to reaffirm what you feel. So if you're constantly looking for things that are wrong in the planet, your subconscious mind is going to keep leading you to the things that are wrong. But if you're focusing on the things that are going right, the things that you love, the things that make you feel good, your subconscious will be more magnetically drawn to finding that without you even having to think about it. So take some time to be grateful, write down your gratitudes, 3 to 5 a day in your journal every single day. If it's really, really difficult, find 10 things and force yourself to do that. And do that every single day until that gets easier, and then bring it down to 3 to 5. If you want to keep going with 10 or add more, do it. But focus on the good things in your life, because the more you do, the more your subconscious mind is going to keep looking for more stuff like that to match it. So
Fantastic.
that's my
Fantastic. Diana, go for it. If you've got it, or Cortez, tag.
Yeah, I got it now. Yeah, definitely anything that helps me with grounding, which for me, that I think breath work definitely helps me with grounding. Going out into nature, that's automatic, gonna help ground me, and even exercising, because exercising gets me more into my body, and even like yoga practices like that, that really helps for me, like calm my nervous system down, helps basically, what word am I trying to use? Kind of like unify your mind, body, and spirit. And then breath work and meditation. I like Wim Hof breath work. If I'm ever having like panic attack type of thing, or just heart racing, like really everything's really racy and I'm feeling tight in my body, that usually helps me. Um, and then
Iceman.
also, I think it's important to rest more and take breaks more as needed. And rest and taking breaks also includes boundaries you're setting with people, separation from drama, things that are triggering or stressors. I think that's very important too. And then also finding time to play and do things that bring you joy, because when you do that, you're automatically raising your vibration, and then you're putting out the frequency that you're not in that fight or flight or that survival mode. If you're experiencing something that brings you joy, right, or fun or play, and for me that goes a lot into like inner child healing and stuff, then I'm not in survival mode. You're putting out a different frequency. It's very different than someone that's struggling or panicking or in fear, right? If you're playful, you can't have those two exist at the same time, so those are things that help me. I guess that was more than three. But some of those I
No
kind of
matter.
categorize in like the
Yeah.
same, yeah, some of them I categorize like in the same category, I guess. So
They
That's
all
awesome.
coincide together. They all coincide together.
yeah.
Cortez, what are you doing, my friend? What are you doing? Because as I said, it's very important we give answers. Because I mean, everyone talks and talks, but we're going to give some answers and give people
Right.
a chance
I'm
to
gonna
come to us.
give practical answers, because Diana was just talking about survival mode, and I know, as much as we want to exercise, we want to do all these things, everyone's in survival mode. And what is the number one thing on top of people's minds at the moment is finances, because everyone is broke, because the world is broke. So the number one thing that I worked on this year has been my finances. And what is that? That is defining what money is. So it's educating yourself on money, educating yourself on how to obtain money, how to make money, and then how to make money work for you. That is what you want to do. And then once you obtain this money, then you have to think about preserving your money, is in like putting it into gold or silver and stuff like that. So it's learning new knowledge about your finances, because when you pull yourself out of that hole, which I have this year by the
Mhm.
grace of God, I don't know how, but the information that I've been uploading or downloading or whatever you want to call it has put me in a position where I feel comfortable now, because I know more about how money works. I know more about finances. I know how and where to put my money to make it safe. And I didn't know that without the knowledge. So I believe to take what I've done this year to take myself out of that rat race and that survival mode that Diana was talking about is to work on my financial state of being and to work on my financial situation. because once I did that and I started to get on top of my finances, that's when that survival mode mindset started to subside. And then
Yeah.
that's when I could focus on other things like what I'm going to go into next, which is, I think, vitally important, is exercise, which people underrate. And I don't care what form of exercise you want to do. You could go for a jog, you could go for a walk,
Mm-hmm.
you could do anything, yoga, anything that Diana just described is the movement of your body, the stabilizing your central nervous system. This is what exercise does. It also puts you in a good state of being. It floods your body with oxytocin and all these hormones. And it is programming yourself to do something that you might not want to do. So that's obtaining discipline. And the third thing I would say this year, which I would um, much agree with Sarah with, is gratitude, and just feeling yourself in that state, that gratitude state, because no matter what's going around you, no matter what's going on around you, should I say, you can always find something to be grateful for, and that's something that I have practiced this year, and I can firmly say that my whole entire timeline has shifted, if anything, through gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
And I promise you guys, it's just, it's a current and it's an energy that anyone can tap into.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could, like Sarah said, if you can stay in that energy for a certain amount of time, you will start to see miracles happen and unfold into your life. And it's just because you are showing and staying in that form of gratitude. And the universe will reply in that state and form with gratitude. That's just as simple as that, guys. So those three things, your finances, because that gets you out of the rat race, it gets you out of
Yeah.
that mindset of scarcity, and it enables you to use your creativity to the fullest. Do you know what I mean? Because you're not worrying about where the next check's going to come from to pay the bills, because that's exactly how they want us. So we don't use that creative side of ourselves. So that's
Yeah.
what I would say. What about you, Jay?
Fantastic stuff, guys. Yeah, it's I think number one for me is silence. Finding myself, going into silence, and understanding myself. Big thing. So I think a lot of people in the rat race because they I think you have to sit in yourself to find yourself, and I
Solitude.
think
Yep.
Beautiful.
absolute
Beautiful.
solitude. So basically, probably the big thing for me was Houston last year in the hurricane, but I was already on the path for that. So I reckon the first thing is go into silence and really find yourself in that way. Number two for me is what having it. I think writing. I think journaling's a big thing, and I say that journaling and what you feed your mind. So you actually we feed our bodies food to be healthy. What are we actually feeding our mind, and what kind of state are we in? So I can make a quick example. When I had the when I went to the depths of going up and seeing the white lighters, I'll leave it at that, because of the algorithm. I look at when I was watching a Motley Crue show, and I was watching Nicky Six go under. He did what he did, and I watched that, but my mind wasn't in the right spot because I hadn't done the work. Now I can watch it and go, I appreciate what he's done and what he's gone through to get himself out of it, appreciate it. So when you're feeding your mind the wrong stuff, you're not in a good way. And you have to understand that. That's becoming aware in silence. Probably the third thing is motivation. That's my main thing, what I've done. And say those motivating things. You get into a point where you go and hang around and do these lives that we're doing, being around you guys, motivating and getting that energy up, understanding it, having an awareness of what's going on. Then again, you can basically go back to what Diana was saying, go to things you enjoy and get that energy up. Also, look at a photo. The photo will bring up the photos for me. I'm going to do wow moments on Journey of a White Feather, which is basically look at a photo. Say, for example, I'll go with Sarah because I was over there for a while. I'll look at a photo of you, me, and Willa, and I go, this is fantastic. That's the energy you want to be in. Then you take that energy and move it. But being aware and just not, and just having that knowledge of the next level of how you're actually feeling. But I'll tell you one thing, it's going to be a bit of a struggle for, especially living here in Melbourne. I tell you, it's a struggle, but all you've got to do is keep walking. So I reckon for me, silence, feeding your mind, journaling, whatever it may be, and obviously motivation. Just have the word motivation in there, and then everything else will come.
Beautiful.
Well
Love
said.
it.
So there's a lot of stuff there, ladies and gentlemen, that we've
That's
got
a
there.
global panel, guys. So we have that's advice from Australia, from Sarah in Canada, from Cortez in the UK, and from me in the US. So you have a global perspective. That's why I really like the way this podcast comes together. You know, we're all
Exactly.
very
So,
different, but also very similar. It's finding the connection.
Yeah.
It's beautiful
exactly.
because if any of us missed something, the other one picked it up. Because as I missed solitude and Jay picked it up, so it's like we're all bouncing off each other. Do you know what I mean? And this world isn't set for us to do what we're doing, man. And the fact that we've built such a team, and the souls that are coming into contact with is it's a beautiful thing. And where we're going is what we are doing is needed. Do you know what I mean? And we're just doing such a great job. And as Jay was saying, motivation, like to be honest with you, I've had such a long day. I didn't really feel motivated to come on today, but it was discipline that brought me onto this today, because that's one thing that I'm trying to install into myself as well, is discipline. If I say I'm going to do something, I need to do that thing, because that's what you need to do in order to reprogram yourself to do the things you don't want to do. So coming on today, I'm so glad that I didn't miss this, because this is what fills me inside. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Coming on, having these conversations with you lot fills me up. This is my spiritual food, if you want to put it like that. As Jay was
There's
saying,
feeding your mind right there, Cortez.
exactly that.
And I just wanted to say, I remember, I mean, just reflecting on the journey we've had the last 3 or 4 years with COVID and everything. I mean, when I reached out to you to have a chat, I mean, I look back on that and I go, that was one of the best decisions I ever made.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I
Absolutely.
mean, not to say, okay, yeah, I mean, it all evolved from there, didn't it, really?
I'll tell you what, like even it's crazy, because we all had individual chats, man. Me and Sarah were talking about vaccines and certain things with COVID going down, and that was helping a lot of people. Life theories come around, chat with Jay and Cortez. There was so many things happening, and then it all just come together in one full circle. And this panel right now, and we've got a few people that are missing, obviously, but the knowledge, the wisdom, the gratitude we all have for each other and for this tribe, I think is divinely protected and guided, and nothing happens for no reason. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's amazing how we've all come together, man, and we're touching and we're reaching and we're helping a lot of people, no matter how we think we are. So
The law of force was big for me. I mean, I've learned a lot. And I think the big thing with what we're doing, we talk a lot about it. We talk about spiritual teachings and all those kind of things. But I think what it is coming back to basics, like as I said to you, silence, journaling, feeding your mind. And then once you get into that and go, hang on a minute, that guy said something about Wayne Dyer, the shift. I'll go and watch that. If they can actually to make a choice, Robin Hood effect, to do that and make a choice and go, hang on a minute, this is very interesting. You know, and one thing that they say, like one thing that we could say today could change a life. That's why we're doing what we do.
We all have a piece of the
absolutely.
puzzle too, right? That's how we work together. We all have a piece of a
Hmm.
puzzle. We all have our own unique experiences. Then we're all going out to our reality and getting feedback and picking up on things. And then that's what we're supposed to be doing, working together. That's like what this whole thing is about, not turning against each other. And we don't need to hate somebody because they have a different belief than us or they had different perspective about this event or that. I've never seen so much like recently about how people are just so quick to like cut someone off and completely shut someone down just for having a different opinion. You know, that's we have to realize we've all been like programmed at some level and we all have our own unique experiences to bring in, maybe to observe without being so like triggered and reactive. Like actually listen to someone else's perspective. Doesn't mean you have to agree with it, doesn't mean you need to live your life by it, but it's like, can you actually listen to a different perspective that goes against your belief system and be open to it rather than like shutting something down? You know, I just think people are so quick to like cancel. I don't like to you say the word cancel culture, but it kind of is like that.
It is.
Mhm. How far do you think we are spiritually along the way from overturning this cabal? Do you not believe
We
that
can do it.
we have illuminated enough light in the
More people are
spiritual
becoming
realm?
aware. I'll say that. Even if some people are triggered, whatever, it is still planting seeds, and people are seeing patterns. You have to be almost like completely asleep not to see these
Mm-hmm.
connections between these things and just see what's going. At some level, you have to. People
Mm-hmm.
are waking up, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's like their whole world's crashing down, darkness. So I believe that I think a lot more people, even than last year, are like starting to see there's too many things, too many patterns, too many coincidences, too many sketchy things going on. That's like, come on, you have
But
to.
I'll say,
Yeah,
but I'll
come on.
say to this, what we've said today, and those three things that we were talking about. Sorry, I'm not on camera either, so yeah, it's just a bit dark in here. The three things we're talking about, we are teaching people the basics, and I think that people are waking up, not knowing where they're coming out of that brain fog and going, "What can I do?" And it's we're talking about everyone goes, "Oh, it costs money," and all. We could talk about the life coaching pandemic, and I'll leave it at that. If we can offer we can offer something what we've just offered, and people find the energy and want to talk to us, whether it's Cortez, Diana, Sarah, myself. I think we can. That's where we can change the world.
We need to like develop our own network of like whether it's healers, content creators, whatever coaches, whatever word you want to use. But I think the more we can add to this chain, like create some kind of
Um,
network. Yeah, I've always wanted to
well,
do
it's
that, like
already.
an app or something. I know Jay mentioned that before about app, but I've been called to do, like something collaborative. We all have very unique
It's
All I'll
funny you
say to
say
you,
that.
perspectives. Yeah.
I was gonna say, funny you say that because me and my friend going down sort of this business adventure, and we bought our domain today, and
Oh, nice.
it was literally talking about what Diana said, was literally branching out because we want to do a podcast, and I want to bring, like, I want to do what we do here and bring you lot on and have you lot come on and chat and certain things like that, but it's just that in itself, and building, like Diana self, a business in itself. We could build a business out of this, and not to say to just to profit from, but we can build a business where we can offer services to help every individual from every aspect of what we can help, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
you're reading my mind. I'm already in the process of doing it. I just need all your I just need all your contact details. I've already got, ladies and gentlemen. This is coming off the bat here. Yeah, there will be a directory on Journey of a Waifu with all these lovely people with all their contact details and what they do in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Because I have a list of about 40 people that'll be on that list, and you can contact them, and they can help you get better in your life. There is a promo 101. There you go.
That's exactly the sort of thing that I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? This is why we've all been brought together, because the planet does need healing, and we are healing ourselves in the process. Don't get me wrong. We are not
By
saying
doing
that
that, you are
everyone on this
healing the
planet.
planet. Yeah, that's the best thing
Absolutely,
you could do. It's a reflection.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like and the people that are listening into this podcast, it's like you help us too. Do you know what I mean? Your questions and you even coming on and listening and taking part is healing the planet, and it's needed at this point. It's light is needed at this point, and this is what we're bringing. We're illuminating the darkness. So this is what Life Theories does, guys.
Yes.
Absolutely. Have we got a final words for all of you guys? Sarah, what are you reckoning? What's your final parting word for now? We'll be back in about probably 3 to 4 weeks' time. There'll be a lot more stuff. I think we've started the dynasty right here on what we've talked about. So I think it's going to be solution based. And if you want questions and answers, you can talk to our great panel, that actually care about the environment and care about humans. Sarah, what do you think?
Yeah, I just think that if you're listening and you're in a space where you're just getting inundated by information and you're getting overwhelmed by it, you want to create change, but you're not sure how, feel free to reach out to us individually or as a group through our chat on YouTube, like leave a comment. If there's anything that you feel like you need help with, don't feel like you're doing the world a disservice by focusing on you, because what Diana said is so accurate. We are reflections of the earth. The more we help to heal ourselves, the more we heal our planet, and it always starts with you. So if you are feeling stressed, overwhelmed, anxious, you just need to talk to somebody. You've got questions and you don't know where to ask them to because they seem a little bit out there. Feel free to reach out to anyone, one of us or all of us as a group. We'd be happy to help hold that space for you. If we're not able to help you get the help that you're needing or looking for, we all have some really great resources. We'd be happy to share them with you. So don't be shy. All right. We're building community here and we want you to be a part of it. So if you need help, if you're feeling like you need support, feel free to reach out to us or to somebody else in your community. Reaching out and being there for each other is so important right now. And it starts with you taking the first step and letting somebody know that you need help or that you have a question or that you're trying to figure this out and don't want to do it alone. So, yeah, that's what I have to say. We're here for you.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Okay, Cortez, you're up, mate.
Absolutely. Try and stay, I would say, because it's hard out here. I think a lot of people forget that. We're probably in a very different situation to a lot of people. So I consider myself very blessed, and don't get me wrong, I deserve to be in this situation because we all deserve to be in a good situation, but we have put in a lot of work for a very long time, and it's starting to pay off. So I just want to say, try and stay in gratitude, and don't give up on yourself. Like, that is one thing that I could have done this year, didn't do this year, and now I'm in a place in my life where I can say, right, I can I'm building a foundation. I've got a blueprint, and I've learnt enough this year to go forth now and to make a change for me, my family, and better yet, for everyone else that God or spirit is going to put me in contact to make a difference. So don't give up on yourself, because you are worth it. You waking up and you just breathing and being here and with your good thoughts and your loving energies and just being that person you are is healing the planet, as Sarah and Diana says, and that is enough. And you are enough. So that's what I would say.
Diana, you're up.
Yeah, I like what both of them said, but definitely focusing on what you can control, which is, even we talked a lot about this in this episode about grounding, self-care, doing what you need to do for yourself, regardless of what's going on in the outside world. That way you're more stable and can, remain grounded and not too emotionally involved or affected by this. But it's also important not to avoid the way you feel, to still allow yourself to feel how you feel, but then move on to something else, allow it to come up, release it, and then focus on something healthier, something more positive. For me, like I said, it's exercising, content creation, things like that, all things we talk about, breath work, meditation, things that bring you joy, rest. Like, don't let all this throw you off your path. And remember, this is a good time to go within. So don't be afraid of being alone. Don't be afraid of doing what's best for you or doing what you need to do to be stable, stabilizing your nervous system. And also, to bounce off what Sarah said, we do have an email for Life Theories, lifetheoriespodcast@gmail.com. It's linked in the description as well of the podcast or on YouTube. So you can always email us with questions on there. Or of course, you can comment on the podcast or the YouTube episodes, but you can ask questions directly on there and we'll respond to you in our next episode or give our perspectives on that. Where, we want to get more into that, or we're more interactive with you guys as well. We really want to hear from you guys and what you're experiencing, and that's how we can help more. And it also inspires us to speak about certain topics on our episode as well, as to help others.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So you got, and also if you want to come on as a special guest, we've had Cheryl Murphy, we've had Reggie Bowles on for the on previously. So having experts on, if you want to come on and have a chat, we'd love to get your perspective, because I put the Cheryl Murphy one and the Reggie one up on my channel, and it did got a fair few downloads. So people are looking for answers. My take: breathe, motivate yourself, stay in silence, and just step away. I think the best way to do it, silence speaks volumes. Silence really speaks to you, speaks to others. And, I think that you'll gain respect for yourself, and you'll gain respect and the person and people in your life, if they allow you to step away and breathe. That's what they've got to do, because you've got to you can only be your best self at the time that you are, and you've got to make sure you look after yourself and heal, or whatever you need to do, or find yourself so you can be a better person. And look, it's hard out there, families, people with working jobs they don't like, or people they're around. If you can really go into silence and love something that you're doing, and be inspired by the three people on here, including myself, we'll go that as well, and then have a look who inspires them, things happen, man. And that's the way it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a great chat. I'd like to thank my soul family, Sarah over in Canada with all the bears. Can't wait to go meet a grizzly. I always talk about that. That's my dream in life. I'm going for moose as well. Sarah, thanks very much for coming on board and who you are. Moose kick, bears eat. There you go. But I am going to get close. Believe me. Sarah, thanks very much for being you.
Thank you.
Mr. Cortez, a C-man. I am the motivational hype coach. I'm crazy. But thanks, mate. It started with a chat with us, man.
It's been amazing, man. Honestly, I love coming on here. I love chatting with you. I know I'm not on as much as I should be, but as I said, the discipline kicked in, and it's going to be, you're going to see me a lot more in here now. So it's been great tonight, guys. And thank everyone for tuning in, everyone that comes on and leaves comments, everyone that comes on and just brings that love and energy to this podcast. This is what we do it for. We're here to just help uplift and rise the vibrational frequencies of this planet Earth. And we just appreciate every single one of you.
Absolutely. Diana, the foundation, the one who's just kept us all going. I mean, we appreciate you and everything you do. Absolutely. Mate, the work you do off screen is the foundation this lady is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. This has been episode 68 of Life Theories. We say goodbye, and we'll look forward to episode 69 coming up. We'll have plenty to talk about, but just remember, do one thing for yourself and always be the best person you can be the best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. I can't help myself. Have to do my Bret Hart stuff. We look forward to seeing you next time. Questions, give it to us. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye-bye.
Bye.